Hello and welcome to Magical Travel Adventure. I am Lauren, your host, and today I'm going to be talking about Art of Animation Resort at Disney World. Hello, if you're new here, I am Lauren. I am a travel advisor and I specialize in Disney destinations, Universal Studios, and cruising. And I help you plan personalized vacations that are customizable just to you, that give you just the information you want, not all the information you could ever possibly need about a vacation. So instead of wasting time and hours doing silly research, I just help you with exactly what you want after we've had a conversation, and we continue to help plan that vacation all the way through your vacation. So that's a lot of information, right? But let's talk about Art of Animation today because this is a resort that is kind of confusing to people. And I think it's the category that it is given as a value resort that kind of confuses people. But this resort is like the resort that I think about when people say, I want that Disney resort, like that Disney feel, that Disney type of resort. That's what Art of Animation to me is. So, this is Art of Animation. And as you can see, this is the front building, and you see the cars and Little Mermaid and Nemo and Lion King. And that will all come into play when we're talking about this resort. So we're first going to talk about the map, the layout of everything, and then I'm going to go over some specifics so that you can see if this is the kind of resort that you might stay in, or a resort that interests you or might be helpful, or you're not sure. Maybe it's for you, maybe it's not. You need to see other options too. I'm doing a whole series on these videos on all the resorts. So you might be able to check out other resorts to try and compare them and see them. Or of course, you can reach out to me with the information below and we can have a conversation to see if we can get a trip planned for you. So here we are. This is the map for Art of Animation. Now, this is the main building, Animators Hall. And in here is going to be where you check in, bell services, the quick service location, and a shop. In the front here is where you will get the buses for the bus transportation. And then this is one of those special resorts that if you walk out this way, you're getting to the Skyliner. And I will talk about the Skyliner as we get into transportation, but this is a game changer for where you're going to stay and a game changer for transportation at Disney World. So we've gone to the main building. Now we have sections. We have the cars section here, and there is a small pool. Then we have the Finding Nemo area and a pool. This is the preferred section because it is close to the main building and close to both transportations. Then we have the Lion King area, and then back here is the Little Mermaid area, and there is a pool back there. So the Lion King and Finding Nemo and Cars area are suites. So there's not just rooms for them, those are suite areas. The Little Mermaid rooms, which I'll show you in a second, are just standard rooms with 2 queen beds in them. So let's move on. So basic resort information. This is a value resort, although depending on where you're staying at this resort, it doesn't feel like a value resort in the cost. There are standard rooms that are Little Mermaid themed, and then there are suites that are Cars, Lion King, and Nemo themed. The only dining option here is a quick service dining option in that main building, and there are 3 pools. They are basic pools that are themed, but there's no slides. There's little splash areas, but nothing, no slides or anything like that. And your transportation is Skyliner to get to Hollywood Studios and Epcot, and then bus transportation for Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Disney Springs. Now, as I said, I'm doing this for all the resorts at Disney World. So there are amenities that are available at every resort and Disney World, including bell services and a front desk staff. There is complimentary transportation to the parks. Every location has a quick service dining option. There are also multiple pools. There is an arcade at every location and there is a gift shop. And then there are different activities that happen during the day at each resort. Those activities are going to vary by season, by resort type, all that type of stuff. These things, these activities are on like an easel board stationed throughout, and you can actually look at some of it sometimes in the app also. All right, so now we're getting into the room. So this is a little mermaid room. This is those standard rooms, and they have two queen beds here, and then there is a shower tub combination with the toilet also, and then this sink is outside. Now, these rooms are great options if you have Little Mermaid fans. These rooms though are far away from everything else. They are a hike. I find them a walk, and I don't find a lot of things like a walk. I like to walk. I don't mind the walk, but I find that these rooms do seem a little further away than I would like. So it's something to consider and just something to think of. I talk about the pros and cons of every resort because you need to be aware of these things to make the best decision. And when I help clients, that's what I always say. There are great resorts and there's a perfect resort out there for you, but there might be like the tiniest thing. And I let you know about it so that you're aware about it, not so that you think I can't stay there. It's just to set your expectations so you're not like, okay, I have to walk a little further. It's too much. Maybe it's not too much for you. So just be aware of that when you're thinking about this resort. Now, as we move into the suites, this is an example of a suite. In the suites, there are two full bathrooms. One bathroom has a shower tub combination and this sink. There's a toilet in here too. This bathroom is actually right here. And then there's like this living room area where this couch will pull out for two people to sleep. There's a TV up here with some dressers and a chair and stuff like that. In the corner here is a kitchenette, which I'll show you in one of the other themed areas. This table will fold down into a queen size bed, and you would sleep two people here. So if you're counting, there's two people on the couch. I would say two kids, not two adults. You can do two, this is a queen size bed, so two adults could go on this bed. And then there is, I call it the parents' room. So this is the parents' room. So you can close the door and maybe the kids are asleep and the parents can come in here and you have a bed, which I'll show you, and a bathroom here. So in this car suite, you have a queen size bed, and then this is your full bathroom in here. Now, it's not a tub, so just know that this one will be a shower only combination. So if you're trying to do two baths at the same time, it's not going to be possible. But I like this idea. And as a parent of a toddler, it is super important to have that space sometimes. And in order for me to close the door and get that space, I don't have to tiptoe in the middle of the night or, when it's 8 o'clock and we have to go to bed, or, we're up at 5 a.m. and the kids aren't up yet. Then I have that own space where my husband and I can do what we need to do. Sometimes we're working, sometimes we just want to watch TV. So you have that space, adult space, just to yourself. Also, if you're traveling maybe with your parents and it's a multi-generational trip, maybe you're giving this room to your parents and you're sleeping out on that pull down couch or pull down bed and your kids are sleeping on the couch. That way you can all be together, you're in the same room, and it's lots of fun. Now, in the Nemo suites and the Lion King suites, they're all set up very similarly. So they're all going to have the same type of stuff. This is that kitchenette area. Now you're getting a microwave and this little sink and a true mini fridge in here that you don't get at any other resort unless you're staying Disney Vacation Club, that DVC club side. So this is unique. Normally you do not get a microwave and you get a cooler, not a mini fridge. So, and you don't get this extra sink here too. I think that this area is highly usable. I always order groceries when I go to Disney World, and this is perfect for everything that I need. We also bring containers. If we have leftover food, we put them in the containers and then we bring them back so that we're not, when you have a kid, they're not always eating all the time and you don't want to spend the money on things that you don't need to. So this is a great option also. This is an example of a Lion King room also, just so you can kind of see what the different theming looks like. But they all have that separate bedroom area, the 2 bathrooms, the pull-down table that becomes a bed, and a pull-out couch so that you can sleep 6. Now for dining, we have Landscape of Flavors. This is, I would say, people will say that this is the best quick service location on property. And I think they're right. I really like it. They have different options here. You can mobile order on your phone, which means you could be in your room, say, okay, what do you all want for breakfast? Pick it out and say, I'm here, and then start walking down to Landscape of Flavors. And by the time you arrive, oh my gosh, your order's ready. You're picking it up and you're walking it right back to your room. Or you're coming home late at night on that Skyliner and you're ordering from the Skyliner and you're saying, I'm here, when you get off the Skyliner and you walk into Landscape of Flavors, grab your late night snack and bring it right back to your room. It's very simple to get food here. But this is your only option. So if you're looking for a place that has a sit down restaurant, you need to take the Skyliner to go to Caribbean Beach or the Riviera or all the way to Epcot and go out in the boardwalk area there. Inside that main building next door is also the ink and paint shop, which is a basic, store. It's going to have stuff that you can buy for your room, but also just regular souvenir things. Now, there are 3 pools here. I didn't show the Little Mermaid pool, but this is, the theming of the Nemo pool. And then this is the pool for the Cars area. They have these little cones. You don't need to reserve them. It's first come, first serve. But this pool, I would say, is quieter. The quietest pool is the Little Mermaid pool because it is so far back. Transportation. If you are going to Epcot or Hollywood Studios, you are taking the Skyliner. So you're going to go over, you have that shared area where Pop Century, one of the other value resorts, and Art of Animation, you will come together at a bridge and you will get on the Skyliner. You will take the Skyliner to Caribbean Beach and either transfer over to the Hollywood Studios line or go to the Epcot line. The total trip to get to Hollywood Studios is under 10 minutes, transferring also. And to get to Epcot, I would say is about 15 minutes. So good options for you. Very quick, very reliable, works well, super fast. You walk up, maybe you're waiting 10, 15 minutes at most for the line to move, but not often. Very early in the morning is maybe the busiest time, and very late at night. But other than that, we're walking up, we're walking on, we're getting on, and we're there. So unlike a bus where you don't know how long you're waiting or if you're going to get onto that bus or how long it's going to be, things like that, this is just showing up, getting on, and going. So be aware that this is a game changer. It makes getting to Epcot and Hollywood Studios much easier. Now, you are taking the bus to Magic Kingdom, Animal Kingdom, and Disney Springs. You are not sharing a bus, though, with anyone. A lot of resorts share buses. Art of Animation has its own bus. It does not share with anyone. So it's reliable. And the buses that come from Magic Kingdom and Animal Kingdom in the morning are very reliable. They keep coming and coming and coming. So you have good bus options for that also. So now let's talk about some pros and cons about this. So this is a great value for the cost. And what I mean by that is if you want to stay in the Little Mermaid rooms, they're a great value. If you're staying in the suites and you are a family of 6, this is a wonderful option for you. If you are even a family of 5, this is a great option for you. If you are a multi-generational family, this is a great option for you. Now, it also kind of goes with a con that the cost of the suite is not a value number. I typically say like around 540 a night. Depending, it's going to range, but I'm just trying to give you a number to think about for those suites. Meanwhile, the Little Mermaid rooms are around 230, 240 a night. So you can see that that's a big difference. However, if I needed 2 rooms for the Little Mermaid rooms because we're a family of 6, then I'm talking about around $500 versus 540. That's not like a huge difference there. So just something to think about. I think having that door where parents can close is invaluable, but that's how I travel. So you need to know for you if that's something that's important to you. Skyliner access, people say this to me all the time. Oh, the Skyliner is not that important. If your time is not valuable to you, then you're probably right. But I don't know people whose time is not valuable. The Skyliner can save you over an hour of transportation than it would in any other resort. So that is a big deal. And I'm talking about one way. It could save you an hour. So if I'm staying at a moderate resort, I'm getting on that bus. I'm not sure how long it's going to take. It could take over an hour. I could be waiting 20 minutes, then getting on the bus. And because most moderates share a bus, that means that I'm going extra places, or I have to do an internal loop before I can even leave to get to the parks. So you're talking over an hour just to get to any park, when here you could have stayed at a resort that has the Skyliner and saved time when you're going to Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So it is a big value in my mind. Now, another thing I'm going to say about the art of animation is that when I think of a Disney resort, this is what I think of. The theming is like no other resort. The All Stars have good theming. Pop Century has good theming, but this is a very Disney focused resort. If you have Cars fans, if you have Little Mermaid fans, Nemo fans, Lion King fans, this is an amazing place to stay and have that theming be a part of it. It's not just in the rooms, it's all around in that area. In the pool area, there are little play areas that incorporate that also. So there's a lot there. Now, the cons are the Little Mermaid rooms are far further away, so that's a walk, and the suites aren't a budget. All things you already knew from what I've said before. Now, reasons to stay here. Skyliner access. My son is 5 years old. He loves the Skyliner. He wants to stay there all the time. Can't get him off the Skyliner access because it's so easy and he just loves it. It's another ride for your kids too. It's great for large families. This is where parties of 6 can be. You can be with the grandparents, the parents, and the kids, and you can all be here together. The 2 bathrooms is an invaluable, and if you have fans of The Lion King, Nemo, Cars, or Little Mermaid, this is the place to stay. Now, what clients have said in the past about what they think about this is they think they didn't realize, I can say it all I want, but until you experience it, the Skyliner access is amazing. The suites are amazing. I've had parents say they will never stay anywhere else because they love the closing the door when the kids go to sleep. And even though they think, they're hearing the kids and they aren't going to sleep right away, they're like, it's so nice. We still have the lights on at like 8 o'clock at night, or when it's nap time, the parents can take a nap and it's separate and the kids aren't trying to crawl all over them or say like, Mommy, what time is it? Or Mommy, can I get up yet? You have that space. Having 2 bathrooms, big plus, very nice. And some clients say, this isn't value pricing. So they don't think of it as a value hotel. That's all. So let me know what questions you have about art of animation. If you would stay here, I would stay here anytime I go. It's such a fun place to stay. My favorite is to stay in the Cars area. I really like that area a lot. So let me know in the comments below. And if you need help planning your next vacation, reach out below with that information. And I will see you next time on Magical Travel Adventure. Bye.